So Martin spent all day working on this painting for us. Fantastic use of colour, but everyone's going to notice the brush he's been working with all day. We've got a single sable in the tip of his brush, and that's what he manages to work with to create all this sort of detail within his paintings. So Martin, as a landscape artist, blue, green, pretty standard colours in the countryside. Notice there's nothing green on your palette.
Well, I don't use ready-made greens, but
Okay.
I like to mix my greens.
Yeah.
Because I just feel I get a more natural colour.
Yeah.
With the two yellows, I have lemon yellow and chrome yellow, cerulean blue, French ultramarine, and black. Black and yellow makes a good green.
Makes a good green. And that's so you can get this whole range of colours in the picture, from the lime greens and the dark greens, the muddier greens.
Very much don't like a landscape with viridian, which is so unnatural.
Yeah.
But I find a lot of people use viridian. But to me, it's just no.
Yeah. So mixing just gives you that tonality that you can actually keep working with.
I use
a really, really nice soft feeling.
Well, it's the right natural colour, I think, the way I see it. And I use a very limited palette of about 11, 12 colours.
Yeah.
Not many reds, you notice, because you don't see a lot of red in the landscape.
No.
Although Constable would put a little bit, like often the figures have got red waistcoats.
Oh, so just to draw the eye to that little spot.
Just to bring a little bit of red into it.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. But I've got a white, lemon yellow, cadmium orange, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, cerulean, French ultramarine, black, Van Dyke brown.
Van Dyke brown, important.
Van Dyke brown,
Yeah.
and the violet, Windsor violet.
Windsor violet.
Windsor for the Queen.
Windsor for the Queen, because it's
Of
Monday,
course,
it's
of
press
course.
day.
It is,
Exactly.
it is.
Fantastic. And you've popped a little skylark in there, I like to think.
Well,
probably more a crow, you said.
It's probably a crow at that size, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's a lovely moment is when you can pick up a bit of light, which you can't do with a watercolour. So you pick up a little bit of yellow and white, and then you can just put a little bit of light onto, say, a leaf. Let's do a nice one up here, so you can just. That's not happening. This is why it does take so long, because oil is quite a thick, sticky kind of medium, but shaking. You can just put a little bit of light onto some leaves there. So
And you're developing a thickness then that starts to build up to create that hedgerow.
well, that's the beauty of oil, is that you can add light.
Yeah.
In a watercolour, you couldn't do that.
couldn't do it.
Well, you'd have to have left it behind.
Yeah.
But here you can build up layer after layer of grasses. Say, for example, you can just using the marl stick, very important.
So that's a good thing that you're resting, steadying yourself as you're working.
Yeah, a lot of people ask what is it, and it's a marl stick which you can rest on a larger painting. You could rest it. Your hands often in waving around, but you can steady it by using the marl stick, and you've got a steadier hand, and then you can just drop in. That's a good one. Just drop in little bits of lines.
Suddenly that tangle of
And it's
bramble stems starts to form, and there's a bit of hedgerow.
well, it's the foreground grasses, and although it's a small brush, on this scale you'd be surprised how long it will work for. You know, you can do quite a bit there with it, you know.
With that small quantity of paint.
Yeah,
It's fantastic, isn't it?
yeah. Especially in something like the.
You've worked quite a lot in that ivy, haven't you?
I've worked in the foreground grasses, but also up here to make every branch actually structurally meaningful, because you know you can't have just a line going that doesn't join on,
yeah.
and it has to be right. So I can work on this and just
And build the branches up to create the crown of the
Exactly,
tree, where
exactly.
you would have,
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And even though it's a small one, I've done quite a lot to this today. Building, put some clouds in, developed the foreground a little bit, worked in the background. So I've got this right, and I usually work from left to right as you read a book and as you write. So I've got this corner here still to develop.
So that might come later, because of the nature of how you're working.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can see there's a lot broader down here than it is, say, in this area.
Yeah. Fantastic, Martin. Well, thank you for that. I know
my
everyone's
pleasure.
going to be very interested in the detailed work. and kind of how you approach it using just such a tiny brush.
A tiny brush,
it is incredible.
It is. Well, and I'm aware of that. And you know, these wear out quite quickly. So, being just a single hair,
it's amazing.
You have to keep buying a new.
Triple.
No, 4 zeros.
4 zeros. So for your Christmas list,
it doesn't get any smaller than that. It doesn't get any
smaller than 000.
No, that's right.
Brilliant. Thank you, Martin. That's fantastic.
My pleasure.
Thank you.